This morning, the downside of social media. Facebook can be great for sharing information, but what happens when that information is just wrong and could potentially destroy a person's life? That's what a man in Australia says happened to him, and it was all sparked by a selfie. He says he was at a Target store when he saw a cutout of Darth Vader and decided to take a picture for his kids. He said he was just being a goofy dad. He saw a group of kids and he told them he'd just be a second, that he wanted to send the picture to his own children. He said then a woman followed him out of the store and snapped this picture of him. But that's not all. She also posted the picture on Facebook, calling him a creep and using the words sex offender. Her post was shared 20,000 times, and it wasn't until a friend of the man saw the post that he even knew about it. He went to the police and got it all straightened out, but he says the woman has not apologized at all. When people heard about this, it blew up on social media. Renee wrote, "End of the day, it's ridiculous that this father needs to explain his actions, but this woman walks away with it all." And Joy said, "My husband, dad, son, and brother often smile at young children, and so do most of my friends and my good self." This woman has some issues going on, that's for sure. So to discuss it, joining us by Skype, attorney and lifestyle expert Elura Nanos joins us. Good morning to you.
Hi, thanks so much for having me.
We appreciate it. First, I want to pull on your attorney hat, because she puts this out there. She essentially has destroyed his character. 20,000, 30,000 people have seen it. Does he have any legal repercussions or legal backlash against her?
Well, this particular case actually happened in Australia, but I'll speak to it as if a case like that happened in the United States, there would definitely be at least a possible claim by the dad against the mother for defamation. But from a legal standpoint, it's actually a very complicated and interesting issue, because the reason the mother posted what she posted is that she mistakenly thought that this guy was taking a picture of her children. So she didn't defame him on purpose. She did it by accident. So what it will come down to is whether her mistake was a reasonable one or not.
But does that matter? Like, I destroyed your life, in quotes, by accident. And also with a lawsuit, again, pulling on your attorney hat, you would have to prove some sort of damages. Does he have any?
That's right. That's right. A successful defamation claim requires that the plaintiff show that they suffered economic damages. So merely saying that their character was tarnished or that their feelings were hurt or that it was upsetting would not be enough to win a defamation case. This guy would have to show that there were some tangible financial repercussions. Now, given what this woman posted, it's not such a stretch to believe that he could have suffered financial repercussions if he had, for example, lost a job or lost clients or his reputation within the community were damaged. And I think that given that she used the word sex offender in her post, and she didn't say he was a sex offender, she said if he were a sex offender, he would be prosecuted. But still, the implication that he did something that has sexual offense implications is a serious one. So all of that would go into making a defamation claim, but this woman potentially has a defense of reasonable mistake of fact.
One more thing, combining both of the hats that you wear, because we were talking about this in the newsroom. What about the responsibility of all the people who chose to share it, not knowing if this person had done anything wrong? Do they have both a moral but possibly a legal responsibility to know you're telling the truth?
Well, I think that really is more of a moral responsibility. Legally speaking, when one shares a Facebook or other social media post, usually it's clear in the sharing that that person did not, in fact, author that post. So it kind of goes with the territory that the readers would understand that the person who shared it isn't vouching for the truth of the statement, but rather is just sharing something that someone else wrote. But I think from a moral standpoint, if one is going to share something about a person in their community, particularly when it comes to such serious issues as someone mistreating children in some way, I do think that there's a moral responsibility to just put some level of investigation in to make sure that it's not a hoax, that maybe there's some fact behind it, just as a matter of general responsibility.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Elura Nanos, thank you so much for spending some time with us.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate it. And guys, we want to know what you think, because this one had us debating and discussing up in the newsroom, because I'm personally one of those people who speaks to everyone. I hate to be labeled like that. So tell us what you think. You can leave your message on our Fox 29 Facebook page. You can tweet us at Fox 29 Philly. Just make sure you always use the hashtag Fox 29 Weekend.